Hey guys, Pat at madebypat.com, and I just want to share with you some of my favorite design resources. As a designer, your go-to resources can be your ace up the sleeve, your bag of tricks, if you will, especially if you need to get a project done quickly and you don't have the time to design every single detail, every single icon, illustration, graphic, etc. However, I do strongly suggest that if you have the time and budget for it, that you do design every little detail, because it always comes out that much better when you do, and that much more cohesive. But that said, these are my favorite resources for fonts, color,
icons,
code, source files, photography, and inspiration. Be choosy when selecting a font. I just remember that one line that girls tell me over and over again.
You're just not my type.
Take time and go through Adobe Fonts Previously Typed Kit, Font Spring, Lost Type Co-op, and any other font resources that you may like out there. But my favorite resource has to be Google Fonts, because it is free and it is super easy to implement any of these fonts. So the winner for the font category goes to Google Fonts. Choosing colors that go well together is important for every project. For color palettes, I used to use Color Lovers. I would go over to palettes and then select most loved, and they still have some cool ones here, but I feel like this site has dropped off a little bit. You can see the UI is very cluttered with ads and stuff, and it just doesn't seem like they have really updated it recently. So the one that I use mainly now is Color Hunt. You can go from new to popular, and you can kind of see the UI is much cleaner, and they have some really great color palettes here. Another one on my radar is Coolers. I think that's how you say coolers.co. They have a really cool looking home page. Their palettes are pretty nice as well. But the winner has to go to colorhunt.co by far. Next up are icons. Graphic Burger is actually a great resource for all kinds of stuff. Like, check out this paper marbling textures. Those are cool. But they have a great selection of a variety of different icons that are all colorful and real cohesive. So great resource for icons there, graphicburger.com. Quick shout out to Sketch app resources. I particularly use Sketch. They have a really good, they have, looks like 953 icon sets there, but I'll get more into that in the source files category. icomoon.io, they actually have an app that you can select different libraries. Some are available for purchase, but they have a lot of free ones as well. And you can also use this application to actually create font icons, so that you can just import the font and you can use all the icons there. So pretty nice. You can just do new project and then load your own icons or add icons here from the library. But my favorite resource for icons is the nounproject.com. These are all like black and white, or you can change the color on them as well. But my favorite thing here is that you can just search for anything and sort of get inspiration from that. So say I was looking for something more abstract, like the word collaboration. And then it kind of gives you all kinds of icons that you can download. I actually have a subscription here, so I just pay monthly for it, but you can also download each icon for like $1 or $2. And they also give you the option to download it for free if you want to mock it up and see what the icon looks beforehand. But my favorite thing about this site is that you can just get inspiration from, you know, one word and a page full of icons, and then sort of use that to come up with an icon or an icon set of your own. The winner for icons has to go to the nounproject.com. Designers don't always get into development, but if you want to check out some inspirational code, hop over to a site called codyhouse, codyhouse.co, and you can go over to their experiments, and they have all kinds of cool stuff in here that you can kind of see the demo of and download. Obviously GitHub exists, but these sort of coding resources are a little bit more designer friendly. So here's just an example of a cool little navigation they have, but they have all kinds of cool resources that are organized into different categories and stuff. The other one is CodePen. They have a lot of cool little coding things. Here's an example. One time I wanted to find a donut chart, so here's an example of one of those. But by far my favorite coding resource is CodeDrops. They have all kinds of different demos here. Mary Lou is just absolutely awesome. She does all kinds of cool stuff with CSS and PNGs, and you can see here just an example of some of their like simple hover effect ideas. A great place to start if you're just getting into design is to download resources other designers put out there for free. SketchAppResources.com is one of my favorite resources because I use Sketch. I wouldn't use these files in your project necessarily unless you're gonna pull like a phone mock-up or something like that. But it's good to be able to download the files and see how the software works if you're just learning Sketch or Principle, for example. Let's search for some emojis here, and look at this. Here's some animated emojis by this designer right here. SketchRepo.com is also another great resource, very similar to Sketch App Resources. On the animation end, I like to use Principle. PrincipleTemplates.com and PrincipleRepo.com are really good. Once again, let's search for a fire station here. And there's a nice little animation of a sun and a moon popping up on behind a fire station. I don't use Adobe XD, but it looks like xdguru.com might be a good resource for that. One good example for me is that I was trying to learn how to use drivers in Principle, kind of to swipe through some onboarding cards, and that, you know, just downloading a resource from one of these sites helped me to learn how to use the drivers in Principle. So out of all these, it's kind of hard to pick between the four, but I'll have to go with Sketch App Resources as the winner in this category. As far as free photos go, Unsplash.com wins the photography category. All of these photos are free and all of them are beautiful. I did a more in-depth video on stock photography called 6 Worst Stock Photos, Website Photography Do's and Don'ts. I should say links to Unsplash and all of the other resources will be in the description. And I guess I should also take this time to say, you know, I don't have very many subscribers, so I'll do the YouTube thing and say, you know,
please like and subscribe if you found this video useful.
Before I start any project, I like to get inspired. I don't know why, but I used to use bestwebgallery.com to check out the latest trends in web design. More often I use siteinspire.com for website inspiration. There's a lot of very cool, modern, and trendy designs here for websites. Another good site, as you probably know, is Pinterest. You can get a lot of nice inspiration for UI, any sort of design really there. Behance is also a really popular one. You know, I've had a Behance account longer than I've had a DRIBBLE account, because with DRIBBLE you have to be invited. But Behance is a really good site to kind of get your portfolio started and see what other designers are doing as well. I really mainly just use DRIBBLE now, though, for inspiration. These are the top tier designers in the world that post here. It's very curated and very exclusive to the best designers. You can also check out my profile there and see the designs, the icons, illustrations, and stuff that I've been doing. I need to post on there more often. And you can also actually grab some freebies while you're there. I've got an iPhone 10 flat mock-up and some free icons and download app buttons. So the winner here goes to DRIBBLE. It's definitely the best resource in my book for inspiration. Thanks for watching. Hope this video helps. If you have a resource that you think should take the top spot that I may have missed, post it in the comments below. The first 3 that I think are worthy will get this exclusive Made by Pat hat. If you live within the US, I'll see if I can ship them internationally. But yeah, post in the comments below if you think I missed one of your favorite resources.